Hello and welcome to Princess Dammy's Mind. You're watching me today from MTM Studio in London. If this is your first time on my channel, I welcome you. And if this is not your first time, I still welcome you. Thank you very much for coming to check out what I've got on the channel this morning. My name is Princess Dammy and I am an advocate and a group secretary for the United Kingdoms of Oduduwa Group, whose headquarters is here in London in the United Kingdom. You are listening to me today on MTM Studio, Mind to Mind in London, on Princess Dammy's Mind. I have been receiving various emails from some Yoruba people asking me to explain the vision and mission of the United Kingdoms of Oduduwa. And this is what I'm going to be doing today on this show. And the question is why the United Kingdoms of Oduduwa was born. Why the UKO was born. The United Kingdoms of Oduduwa was born. As a black person, you must ask yourself this question. Where are the superstructures in place working in the interest or for the interest of black people, making sure they act in the collective best interest of black people? You must ask yourself that question. Where are the superstructures in place working for you? None I found. None I found. 95% of African leaders don't work in the best interest of African people. Let's take for instance the Nigerian embassy in the UK or in South Africa or anywhere else in diaspora, anywhere else. If anything happens to a Nigerian anywhere in the world, it appears no one stands up for them. If anything happens to any African anywhere in the world, no one stands up for them. We can all see what is happening in Libya, how black people's organs has been removed from their bodies for sale, and how some Nigerians have been enslaved in Libya. And there's been so many other things too happening to Nigerians or Africans in the diaspora that we cannot even begin to talk about. So Nigerians or Africans have become modern slaves at home and in the diaspora. Well, this is why we must talk about this kind of issue of how Africans have become slaves all over the world. Africans lack earthly representatives, and this is the reason why the people run to God by going to church endlessly, and they become victims of fake pastors. So, a woman by the name of Omolora Obasa saw this gap in the need of black people, and she decided to do something about it. By creating the UKO group, United Kingdoms of Oduduwa movement, whereby the needs of the Yoruba people could be met. Our intention is to copy this template across Africa, but she started from the Yoruba tribe because she believes charity begins at home. Having observed that black people do not have one big cohesive union that looks after black people's interests like one agenda, one purpose, one unity, Omolora Obasa decided to be the pacesetter to bring about economic, social and political cohesion of Yoruba land, of Yoruba people. Hence, the United Kingdoms of Oduduwa was born. UKO will be the light for all Africans, all Africans or all African nations. They will be lighting the way for all African nations, for the rest of African nations. We have seen the oppression of our people for too long, and we've become complacent with our oppressors, which has paved ways for the enslavement of black people across the world. It is time we put a full stop to all that and place our own destiny in our own hands. When you look at Europe, Britain, America, There's no rocket science about their development. All they're doing is unity. They unite in love, they unite in purpose, they unite in agenda, and they love one another. So unity and love is the key to success, which we are finding so difficult to embrace in Africa. But we must stop all that. We must begin to eradicate such mindset that we can never be united. It's been everywhere on the social media that, oh, Yorubas don't unite, Yorubas don't love one another, Yorubas are rubbish, Yorubas are this and that. We must put an end to such mindset, because without unity and love, we're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere at all. So you may ask me, what exactly would UKO do or intend to do for the Yoruba people? We are planning to be the first point of contact for all Yorubas in diaspora that are in trouble, so that we can provide adequate support for them. For instance, people that are being unlawfully detained or harassed or abused or missing or in one problem or the other. We want to be able to provide services for them so that we can be able to reach out to them, they can be able to reach out to us, and then they can get the kind of help they need. We aim to prove that we can do it, that Yoruba people can do it, that we can unite. And we aim to improve and develop the Oduduwa kingdoms to a Western standard, so as to enhance standard of living for the people. We aim to provide Yoruba kingdoms with weather and environmental friendly infrastructures and buildings that will be a test of time and cyclonic weather. We've all witnessed what is going on in the world nowadays with the hurricane weathers, cyclonic weathers everywhere in Africa, in USA, even in Britain here. So we must do something about it. We're not going to wait until the whole Africa is being wiped off. So UKO is standing up to help out, to make sure that we put the infrastructures and environmental friendly buildings that will be a test of time and cyclonic weather in Africa, but starting from Yoruba land. We are also youth focused, therefore we aim to support the Yoruba youths to achieve their aspirations in taking up political and economic leadership roles and taking lead in national and global businesses. And of course, there are many more things we aim to do that I cannot cover in this video. Therefore, if you're interested to know more, we are inviting you today to join our group by sending an email request for membership registration, and our email address will be shown at the end of this broadcast. Yoruba people, we want you to get up. You must get up and stand up for your land. There is no second coming of Oduduwa. There is no second coming of Oromiyan to come and fight for you. There's not going to be second coming of Moremi to come and fight for you, because those people were just mere mortals and they are now gone and gone forever. But God is raising the children of Oduduwa to fight their own battles by themselves, to liberate themselves, and then enjoy this motherland that God is giving to us. Well, and who are these children of Oduduwa? It is you and I. We are the United Kingdoms of Oduduwa. The Yoruba eras of when the gods and the goddesses, for instance Moremi, used human sacrifices to fight battles had gone. We are now in the new holy dispensation, where only the blood of Christ, of Jesus Christ, does the fighting for us. Today we are boastful of the sword of God, which is simply love. This word of God is love. When you love your neighbor, victory is won. Without love, no one can achieve any victory. So today we are inviting all the Yoruba children, all the Oduduwa children, to love one another. It is only when you love that you would be able to unite. In unity, we will conquer the Goliath, the Babylonians, and the bandits that flood our father's land. Together, we shall break the wall of this Jericho. The wall of Jericho before us shall be broken only if we know how to love. So today we are inviting you to come together to join UKO and register to become a member. The email address is unitedkingdomsofoduduwa@yahoo.com. When you do join us, then you get to know more and more about where we're going, the visions, the missions, and everything that we'll be doing to ensure that Yoruba land becomes a modern place for us to live and enjoy. And then to ensure that our children are no longer migrating abroad, killing themselves, going onto the sea to kill themselves, to migrate out of Nigeria. So you need to come together, join us to ensure that together we make this happen. There's no better time than now. There is no better time than now. We need to come together. There is no better time than now. And I assure you that the Egyptians we see today, they shall be no more. The Egyptians we see today, they will be no more. And there's no better time than now. We all just need to wake up and get up and help ourselves. The UK, USA that everyone is running into, there's no magic there. All they are doing is just to unite, come together, strategize together, and then make things happen. When we do the same, Yoruba land, Oduduwa land will be a better place for all of us and for our children. There is no better time than now. Thank you for listening.